Hi everybody and welcome to Arabic with Amina. In today's video, we're diving into a topic that often leaves people perplexed and much confused. The diverse forms of Arabic letter combinations and their unique writing variations, known as ligatures. Let's start by exploring the two main types of Arabic fonts or writing styles. The first is Khat al-Naskh, demonstrated in this sentence. Now, this is the font that you've probably seen the most. It's the font that is most commonly used on web pages, articles, printed books. But there is another font that you should be familiar with, and that is Khat al-Raq'a. Now, to demonstrate it, we have the same sentence, but in الرقعة font. It's important to be able to read both fonts because sometimes things are just printed or typed in Reqaa font. But more importantly, because people's handwriting is usually a mixture of the two. To demonstrate so, here's a picture of my handwriting. Take a moment to look at the similarities and differences between the different fonts. Notice that in Naskh, the loops in the letters are not filled, whereas in Reqaa, they are. In my handwriting, I do not fill in the loops, and that's just the way I write. Additionally, pay attention to how the letter Noon is written at the end of words, as well as the letter Qaf. You can see that the dots of it are not written in Reqaa. However, some people will write them nonetheless. Another distinction between the two fonts is when writing the letter Ha, such as in the word ijtihad. In Naskh, the letter Ha in the middle of a word takes one form, while in Reqaa, it appears differently. Personally, I write it in yet another way. I write it like this. So this is how you would find the letter Ha in the beginning of a word, but it's also just how I write it in the middle of a word. Now let's examine another sentence featuring the letters Sin and Shin. In Naskh, these letters are written in a wave-like or W shape, while in Reqaa, they look like straight lines. Notice the difference between the two? In this sentence, you'll also notice variations in the dots of the letters. Let's begin with the two-dotted letter Ya. In Naskh, you've got two dots, which when typing on a computer look like diamonds, but they're actually dots when you handwrite it. And in Reqaa, these two dots are connected as a line. And this applies to any letter with two dots. So you could either write them as dots or as a line. And it could apply to the letters Ta, Qaf, Ya, or Ta marbuta, because they all have two dots. And this sentence provides multiple examples of this writing style. You can see the letter Ta, you can see the letter Ya, you can see Ta marbuta. Moving on to the three dotted letters, such as Shin, you can see that in Reqaa, the three dots are written like an upside down V. This writing method also applies to the letter Tha, since it also has three dots. There is another common way of writing three dots, and that is by connecting the bottom two dots as a line and placing the third dot on top, such as so. Now we'll be talking about the different ways of writing specific letter combinations. Our first combo is the letter ba or ta or tha, followed by the letter jim or ha or kha. And that's because these letters are written the same, but the only difference between them is where the dots are. So it can either be ba ta tha and jim ha kha. We'll use this sentence to demonstrate. تعمل الشرطة بجد واجتهاد. This is using the Naskh font, and we can find the combo in the word بجد. Now when we write it in Reqaa, it looks like this. The ba is on top of the letter jim. And as people's handwriting often blends styles, this combination can take various forms, such as the one shown here. The point is that ba goes on top of the jim. Another combo is jim, ha, or kha, followed by the letter mim. We have the name Hamid, which is a guy's name, and this is how it looks like in khat al-Naskh. Whereas in Reqaa, it looks like this. The letter ha is on top of the letter mim. And if we were to put the letter lam before either jim, ha, or kha, such as in the word alhamdulillah, it would look like this in Reqaa. The lam is on top of the ha, and the ha is on top of the mim. So it's like a stack of letters. And this is to show you that more than one combination can be present in a single word. Another combo is ya, ba, ta, or tha, followed by the letter mim. So we have this sentence, تم افتتاح المعرض الجديد. And the combination can be seen in the word tam. When writing it in Reqaa, it would look like this. The ta is on top of the mim, and it's as if both letters have fused to become one. This is how it can be found in another writing style. And personally, this is how I handwrite it. In this sentence, there are multiple combinations. Our next one is the letter lam followed by the letter mim. And we can see this in the word al-ma'rad. In Reqaa, the lam is on top of the mim. And it's also as if the mim comes before the letter lam. That's just the way it's written. And in the other writing style, the mim doesn't actually look like the typical mim that much. It's just like a little bump at the beginning of the word. Personally, this is how I would write the letter combination. And so this is how I would write the word al-ma'rad. You can also spot a combination we previously explained in the sentence, and that is the letter lam followed by jim, ha, or kha. It's present in the word al-jadid. Notice how it is written in the different writing styles. This is how I would write it. So this is how I would write the word al-jadid. Our last letter combination is something you are probably familiar with, but it's worthy of mentioning nonetheless. and that is the letters lam and alif. You'd think it would be written like this, but that is incorrect. Instead, there are two ways it could be written. The first, like this, and so you would write it in this manner. And the second way, as so. But when the lam is attached to a letter before it, the second method should be used, such as in the word kalam. Now let's explore some real-life examples showcasing these different writing styles. First off, we have this image, which is very prevalent in the Middle East. And what it says is the Prophet Muhammad's name, followed by Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, or peace and blessings upon him. And the little second part of Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is more of a calligraphy kind of thing and not actually Naskh and Reqaa font. So, but the name Muhammad is, if you were to write it by hand, you'd write it like this. So you have the meme on top of the ha, and then the ha on top of the second meme. So this uses two combinations in one word. Next is this anti-Japan poster produced by the US government in 1945 during World War II. Can you read the title? The title says, ظلام الهزيمة يخيم على اليابان. The darkness of defeat falls upon Japan. Notice how it's written differently than a Naskh. Lastly, we have this quote, which is handwritten by me. Do you want to test yourself to see if you can read it? If so, pause the video. This says, إذا تحتم عليك السقوط فكن نيزكا. Thanks for watching and hope this video cleared up this very confusing topic for you. Make sure to subscribe to keep learning Arabic. See you next time. Arabic with Amina.